Students, coming to the part 2 of video lecture number 6. This is the part 2 of video lecture number 6. Right. First write down today's date, that is 6/5/21. Now we are going to do question number 3. Question number 3 in work from home project is complete the following similes. Now the question is, what is a simile? Students, in my previous lecture, I have shared with you what is a simile, but just for your information, I am just giving you a brief definition of simile. What is simile? Basically, students, simile is a method of comparison. It is a figure of speech in English in which we compare one thing with another thing, and that thing is of a different kind. But the thing is that both the things that are compared with one another, they are having the same quality. And the simile is used to describe something more clearly and vividly. The example here I will give to you is as brave as a lion. He is as brave as a lion. Now here comparison of a human being, of a boy, is done with that of a lion. The thing is that a boy is a human being and a lion is an animal. But the comparison is done on the basis of the bravery of the lion. Like the male boy is as brave as a lion. So the quality mentioned over here is that of the bravery, and the male boy is compared with the lion because the boy is as brave as the lion. So here in simile, we usually compare two things with each other, with one another, by adding as or like. We use the word like or as in such comparisons. Students, I hope you have understood what is the meaning of simile. Now coming to these similes, we are going to complete these similes. The first one is as black as coal. Students, write it down, as black as coal. Now here, as black as coal means something that is really very dark. Something that is very dark. So for that reason, the simile of coal is used. Just like the coal is very dark and it is in black color. So here the simile used is coal. As black as coal. Coming to the next one, as heavy as lead. Now, what is the meaning of as heavy as lead? Something that is very heavy. So, lead is something that is very heavy. So, here, the comparison of lead is given over here. As heavy as lead. Something that is really very heavy is compared to lead. Why? Because lead is something really very heavy. Coming to the third one, as busy as a beaver. Students, as busy as a beaver, write down this word beaver, B-E-A-V-E-R, beaver. Now, what is the meaning of this simile? It means, beaver means someone who is very hardworking or someone who is very industrious. A simple meaning is someone who is very hardworking. So, here the comparison of beaver is given, as busy as a beaver. Number 4 is as dry as a bone. Students, here the simile as dry as a bone means it is the common way of saying that something is usually wet is now very, very dry. Students, when something is really very dry, it is compared with a bone. Just like a bone is very dry, so here the comparison, the simile of bone is given over here. As dry as a bone. Students, kindly write it down. Number 5. As white as a snow. Students, something for the comparison of comparing something white with another thing. Here the comparison of snow is given. Write it down, snow. Just like the snow is really very white in color, so same is the case over here, as white as a snow. So in our comparison of simile, we will write as white as a snow. Right? Number 6 is as wise as an owl. OWL, owl. Now, here the simile of owl is given over here as wise, as an owl. Now, what is the meaning of it? The meaning of this simile is it, if you want to refer to a person who is very wise and intelligent, we usually use the simile of owl. If we want to refer to a person who is very wise and intelligent, we usually use the simile of owl for such person. So, as wise as an owl. Students, write it down. Coming to number 7, as sharp as a knife. Now, just as a knife is very sharp and pointed, so here the simile of knife is given over here as sharp as a knife. Something that is sharp is compared over here to a knife. Just as a knife is pointed and sharp, so here we will write as sharp as a knife. In actual, it means someone who is very alert or someone who is very clever, fast or quick. Students, this is the meaning of as sharp as a knife. Coming to the last one, number 8, as clear as a bell. Students, write it down, as clear as a bell. Students, here the simile of bell is given over here. Why? Because just as the sound of a bell is very clear to us, we can hear it very clearly. So that is why here the simile of bell is given over here, as clear as a bell. Students, as clear as a bell. If you hear the sound of a bell, you hear it very clearly. So here it means that something that is very clear to us. So write down as clear as a bell. Students, this is the lecture, video lecture number 6, part 2 for today. Kindly write down all this work in your English NEET notebooks. And I repeat, students, you are all going to do all this work in your English NEET copies on English A side and English B side. Students, for that purpose, you have to buy an English NEET notebook for yourself and start writing and start doing your work very clearly and neatly. And students, this is your work from home project for April and May 2021-2022. So kindly write down all this work on your English A side of your NEET notebook. Students, I hope you have understood the lecture very well. Stay at home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.